February 14th. You know it, you might even love it. It's a day synonymous with heart-shaped boxes of chocolates, bouquets of roses, and maybe, just maybe, a little bit of awkward romance. But beneath the surface of candy hearts and love letters, February 14th holds a much deeper, more complex history than you might imagine. From heartwarming celebrations to shocking events, this day has seen it all. Did you know a plane crashed on this day? Or that a famous inventor who changed the world was born on February 14th? We often think about history in terms of big sweeping changes, but sometimes it's the smaller stories, the seemingly insignificant events that happen on a seemingly insignificant day that really capture our imaginations. Buckle up, because we're about to take you on a 10-minute journey through time, exploring the fun, the tragic, and the unforgettable moments of February 14th. Wait, did Cupid really plan all this? Let's find out. Alright, let's kick things off with a little lightheartedness, shall we? Did you know that in the Middle Ages, young men and women would draw names from a bowl to see who their Valentine would be? Can you imagine the drama, the anticipation, the sheer awkwardness of getting stuck with your annoying neighbor? Talk about a recipe for disaster. But hey, at least they didn't have to worry about the St. Valentine's Day massacre, right? Oh yeah, that happened too. On February 14, 1929, Chicago witnessed one of its most infamous acts of violence. Not exactly a romantic moment, but definitely a day to remember. It just goes to show you, history has a funny way of juxtaposing the lighthearted with the downright dark. Speaking of contrasts, let's hop over to Finland, where February 14th is celebrated as. That's right, no pressure to find a date, no agonizing over the perfect gift, just pure platonic appreciation for your buddies. I kinda love that, it makes you think, doesn't it? What if we shifted our focus from romantic love to celebrating all kinds of love on February 14th? Would you rather have a Valentine or a Friendship Day? Let me know in the comments. Now, if you thought February 14th was all about Valentine's Day, hold on to your hats because we're about to blow your mind. It turns out, this day is a veritable buffet of celebrations, catering to all sorts of interests. First up, we've got. Yes, you heard that right, the giant gravity-defying Wheel of Wonder gets its very own day of recognition. So, find your nearest carnival, hop on board, and prepare for some breathtaking views and maybe a little bit of dizziness. But if soaring through the air isn't your thing, maybe you'd prefer to celebrate. This one's for all the bookworms out there, the ones who find solace and adventure within the pages of a good story. Share your love of reading by gifting a book to a friend, donating to a library, or simply curling up with your favorite read. So whether you're a thrill seeker or a book lover, February 14th has something for everyone. Who's ready to celebrate with a book and a Ferris wheel ride? Okay, time to put on our history buffs hats and delve into some of the more significant events that unfolded on this fateful day. On February 14, 1779, Captain James Cook, the legendary British explorer who charted vast swaths of the Pacific Ocean, met his tragic end in Hawaii. It's a reminder that exploration, while thrilling, was also fraught with danger and cultural misunderstandings. Fast forward a little over a century, and we find ourselves in the midst of a technological revolution. On February 14, 1929, Alexander Graham Bell patented the first telephone. Can you imagine a world without phones? No texting, no video calls, no endlessly scrolling through social media. It's both terrifying and strangely liberating, isn't it? But February 14th isn't just about inventions and explorers. It's also a day of tragedy. Stay tuned to find out more. Chapter 4: Plane Crashes. Tragedy struck on February 14, 2008, when a plane crashed in Kinshasa, Democratic Republic of Congo, claiming the lives of 18 people. It's a stark reminder that not all days are filled with love and joy. Sometimes life throws us curveballs, reminding us of the fragility of our existence. Can you imagine being on that flight? The fear, the uncertainty, the desperate hope that somehow, some way, things might turn out okay. It's a sobering thought, and one that compels us to cherish every moment we have. Let's take a moment to remember those who lost their lives in this tragedy, and to acknowledge the grief and loss felt by their loved ones. Chapter 5: Notable Birthdays. But amidst the tragedies, there are also stories of hope, resilience, and the enduring power of the human spirit. February 14th also marks the birthdays of some remarkable individuals who left an indelible mark on the world. In 1818, Frederick Douglass, the brilliant orator, abolitionist, and writer, was born into slavery. He escaped to freedom and dedicated his life to fighting for the rights of all people, becoming one of the most influential figures in American history. And in 1859, the world welcomed George Washington Gale Ferris Jr., the visionary engineer who dared to dream of a giant revolving wheel that would carry people to unimaginable heights. Talk about leaving a legacy. Imagine if Ferris had named it the Douglas Wheel. Doesn't have the same ring, does it? But seriously, these birthdays remind us that even in the darkest of times, there is always light, always hope, always the potential for greatness. Chapter 6. Notable Deaths. As we've seen, February 14th is a day of contrasts, a tapestry woven with threads of joy and sorrow, triumph and tragedy. And as we reflect on the lives lost on this day, we're reminded of the preciousness of time and the enduring impact we can have on the world. On February 14, 1779, Captain James Cook's voyages of discovery came to an end, but his legacy as a skilled navigator and explorer lived on. His expeditions expanded our understanding of the Pacific Ocean and inspired generations to come. In 1943, the world mourned the loss of David Hilbert, a mathematical giant whose groundbreaking work in fields like algebra, geometry, and logic revolutionized the way we think about mathematics. His contributions to the world of numbers and abstract thought continue to shape our understanding of the universe. But February 14th isn't just about people, it's also about nations. Let's explore. Hold on to your hats, history buffs, because we're about to take a trip through the annals of technological advancement. On February 14, 1946, ENIAC, the Electronic Numerical Integrator and Computer, took its first tentative steps into the world. This behemoth of a machine, weighing in at a whopping 30 tons, marked a pivotal moment in the digital revolution. Fast forward to February 14, 2005, and a different kind of revolution is brewing. This is the day YouTube was registered as a domain, forever changing the way we consume and share information, entertainment, and, well, cat videos. Imagine a world without YouTube. What would we even do? Thank goodness for February 14th, right? From groundbreaking inventions to platforms that connect us across continents, this day has played a pivotal role in shaping the digital landscape we know and love, and sometimes, love to hate. But as we celebrate the triumphs of human ingenuity, we must also acknowledge the raw power of nature and the devastating impact it can have on our lives. On February 14, 2005, a massive avalanche ripped through the Kashmir region, leaving a trail of destruction in its wake. Over 500 people lost their lives in this tragedy, a stark reminder of the forces that shape our planet and the fragility of human existence. And in 2018, on a day meant to celebrate love, the world watched in horror as a school shooting in Parkland, Florida, claimed the lives of 17 innocent people. This senseless act of violence shook us to our core, reigniting the debate about gun control and school safety. Let's take a moment to honor those affected by these tragedies, to acknowledge their pain, and to work towards a future where such events are no longer a part of our collective narrative. Beyond the realm of historical events and technological advancements, February 14th also holds deep spiritual significance for many. In the Eastern Orthodox Church, it's a day to honor the memory of Saint Valentine, a 3rd century Roman saint shrouded in mystery and legend. While the exact details of his life remain unclear, his association with love and sacrifice has resonated through the centuries. In other cultures, February 14th is celebrated as a day to honor love in all its forms: romantic love, familial love, and the love between friends. It's a time for communities to come together, to share meals, exchange gifts, and celebrate the bonds that unite us. How do you celebrate February 14th? Do you embrace the romantic traditions, opt for a more low-key approach, or perhaps use the day to reflect on the deeper meaning of love and connection? Let me know in the comments. So there you have it, a glimpse into the multifaceted history of February 14th. From love and laughter to tragedy and triumph, this day has witnessed it all. It's a day that has shaped our world in countless ways, leaving behind a legacy of innovation, heartbreak, and the enduring spirit of humanity. Whether it's the birth of a genius, the unveiling of a groundbreaking invention, or a moment of profound loss, February 14th reminds us that history is not a static entity confined to textbooks. It's a living, breathing tapestry woven from the threads of our collective experiences. And as we've journeyed through this day together, I hope you've gained a newfound appreciation for the complexities of history, the interconnectedness of our world, and the power of a single day to shape the course of human events. Thanks for joining me on this whirlwind journey through February 14th. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the heart of history, don't forget to check out my previous video on. And if you have any fascinating facts about February 14th, any stories you'd like to share, or any burning questions about this day, drop them in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell icon so you never miss a date with history. Because here on this channel we believe that every day is an opportunity to learn, to grow, and to discover something new about the world around us. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring.